everyone. Today I'm going to do a family recipe. Many years ago I had visited India, and most of my relatives are in India, and my maternal aunt, I used to call her Nona actually, and she used to make this dish. It was called Chow, but it's basically a very original noodle dish that we used to also have in Canada on special occasions, and I thought I would make it for you today. It's got very little, if any, sauce added to it. It it's a dish where the ingredients really add flavor to the noodles, and it's really, really good. It's got small cocktail shrimp in it. It's got fried onions, little bits of omelet, peas and carrots, and it's also got cabbage, which I think is actually somewhat unusual. And I remember as a kid, even when we used to have this, I was so happy. I would go into the kitchen and smell the omelet being made and the shrimp being slightly fried, and I'd be, oh wow, we're having this. And I've searched all over the internet. I haven't seen anything exactly the same. So it is an original dish, and it's something that my aunt, when she was traveling to Bombay, it's Mumbai now, many years ago, she always loved to cook, and she had found this, she had eaten this recipe, this chow, and she had tried to figure out the recipe for it because she had liked it so much. So there you go. I hope you stay tuned, and I hope you really enjoy this episode today. It's going to be great. Show you what we have. So we have some thinly sliced onions, we have some pasta, we have some cocktail shrimp, so they're the really small kind. We have some vegetables. So here we have some beans, peas, carrots, and corn. And here I have some cabbage cut up, chopped up, and I have 4 eggs. So I'm going to get started with the onions. So I have this on medium. Okay, so the onions are still frying. They take quite a while to do properly, and there's so many of them. So I'm going to do the omelet now, and you can do it whatever way you like. I personally like really thick omelet and broken up into big chunks. I have my eggs. I have my little saucepan. And so we're just going to make that into an omelet. Okay, so I'm just going to be flipping this beautiful omelet over. I'm not very good at this, just to give you a warning. There you go. Just the slightest bit to just give it some additional flavor. Now, cabbage takes a while because all this cabbage will reduce to a much smaller amount because the water comes out of the cabbage when it's being cooked. So this is going to be cooking, and I will be back. So our cameraman wanted to get in on the action, so he's cooking up or finishing up the cabbage that I started with the turmeric and the cumin. Now, I'm on a very low sodium diet, so I don't add much salt, but you can certainly add salt when you're frying up the onions and when you're doing the cabbage. We didn't, but certainly I would recommend doing so if you want. I'm just going to do what I think is the most fun part, which is very lightly stir fry the shrimp. And we're going to exchange utensils because that part doesn't really matter. That is okay. And I'm not adding any seasoning to these beautiful shrimp. And look at how this cabbage looks. It looks really good.
It looks very colorful.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it?
Extremely, well, not as beautiful as you, but it looks very beautiful.
You always say that. We don't rehearse or anything. So we've got the cabbage almost done. I'm just going to very lightly stir fry the shrimp. You don't want to overdo it because the shrimp will get hard. I've got the vegetables, and I've cut the egg up into little bite-sized pieces, as you can see, and I've mixed it up with the onions. So when this is all ready, I'm just going to mix the whole thing up. So we're back with the Dutch oven, and I'm going to add 1 bay leaf. I have some oil in there, I should mention, some cloves, and some cardamom pods. And what that's going to do
is add flavor.
Yeah, exactly. Because this is a Indo-Chinese dish. This is the Indo part of it. This is the Indian part of it. So these are Indian spices.
Yes, I'm showing.
Good. And now what we're going to do, well, what that's doing is that's lightly flavoring the oil. Okay, so I'm going to be adding the noodles or the pasta. And this goes without saying, this is just for flavoring. You can take it out or you can leave it in, but of course do not eat the whole spices when you're eating this dish. Now, okay, so we're just still very lightly frying these noodles. So all the flavored oil is absorbed into the noodles. And now I'm going to be adding all my beautiful ingredients. These were parboiled vegetables. So I'm adding that in. I'm going to be adding my cabbage because I want to add the most delicate ingredients last, which are the omelets and the shrimp. Okay, so we've got that. We're giving it a good stir. We've got the
eggs and onions.
Yes. Somebody is getting very hungry.
I know, the shrimp too looks lovely, beautiful.
Oh, that's really good. And here is my beautiful Aunt Nona's Chow.
Chow.
Yes.
Which we should be chowing down on.
Yes. And I'm going to give the camera person a nice, beautiful... Okay, so we gave the camera person a taste. I don't think you've ever had this one before, have you? How is it?
This is absolutely delicious.
So you don't miss soy sauce, you don't miss MSG, preservatives, and the vegetables.
Very tasty.
So
it's the shrimp and
really
the cabbage and the vegetables and the pasta make it beautiful.
Well, the pasta is the dish, but the omelet too. Do you like that?
Yes, I absolutely love the little cocktail shrimp.
Okay, wonderful. So
I give this a 9.9 out of 10.
Wonderful. So guys, I hope you give this a try. It's a wonderful dish, very light and unusual and unique. So thank you for watching. Take care, God bless, and stay tuned for more exciting episodes.